The bells rang out at noonday across the market square. We set our baskets in the dust and gathered heads all bare. A voice we did not know by name read words we'd never heard, and something in the summer air grew still at every word. We hold these truths, the reader said, and oh, the crowd drew near, that all are made as equals rang strange upon the ear. With life and blessed liberty and happiness to find, a promise spoken once aloud can never be unsigned. A promise read in July beneath the ringing bell, sworn by Farmer Smith and wife, who signed it just as well. We cannot say what it will cost, or who will pay it down, but a promise made before the Lord is binding on the town. My neighbor wept, I know not why. My son threw up his hat. The old ones stood like standing stones and pondered long on that. For words once loosed upon the wind blow farther than you know, and seeds cast down in summer soil take generations to grow. A promise read in July beneath the ringing bell, sworn by Farmer Smith and wife, who signed it just as well. We cannot say what it will cost, or who will pay it down, but a promise made before the Lord is binding on the town. And if we fail to keep the word, our children's children here, the debt will wait, the debt will wait, the debt will wait, debt will wait, and gather year by year. For light travels out before the sound, as lightning runs ahead. Someday the thunder of these words is a promise that was made. A promise that was made. A promise that was made. The bells ring on, the bells ring on, the crowd goes home. A promise that was made.
I was mending fence at first light when the dust rose in the west, just a smudge above the tree line, like a storm not come to rest. By noon there rose another on the pike that runs from town, and the church bell held its breath all day and never made a sound. All roads run to the crossroads, all roads run to here. Nobody drew a map to us, but every road is drawing near. The wheat is tall and golden, and the scythe is on the wall. All roads run to the crossroads, Lord, the roads have made the call. My neighbor took his wagon, loaded high with all he owned. Said the southern road is boiling dust and I ain't staying home. But I was born on this here ground, and my father's father too. So I stood there at my gate and watched what the roads were bringing through. All roads run to the crossroads, all roads run to here. Nobody drew a map to us, but every road is drawing near. 10,000 boots are walking, and not a one knows why. All roads run to the crossroads under one unbroken sky. No general picked this valley, no king decreed this ground. Just 10 old roads that happened to tangle through our town. And the dust don't care whose weed it chokes, and the columns never slow. We are only where the roads cross, we are only where they go. Tonight there's fires on every ridge, like stars come down too low. My wife is praying at the door for the morning night to come. I seen lightning in the summer, count the seconds till it lands. But this thunder's walking toward us on 100,000 hands. All roads run to the crossroads, all roads run to here. Nobody drew a map to us, but every road is here. The wheat is tall and golden, and it never will be mown. All roads run to the crossroads, and the crossroads is my home. All roads run to the crossroads, and the crossroads is my home. I know that fire on the far ridge line. I know its glow in 100 and more. We raised one fence between your field and mine, and hung one gate that swung both ways before. Your wheat leaned east and my wheat leaned west, and the same rain fed them all the same. Now a mile of clover lies dark between us, and neither one of us will call it by its name. I heard you singing on the evening wind, the old tune from the threshing floor.
Your mother taught it at her table, friend, when my boots were welcome at her door.
We pulled one plow through the stony spring, we drank one dipper at the well.
Now I hold my tongue,
and I hold this ridge, and which way's heavier only God can tell. The ridge across from mine wears the same last light as this one. The same dark comes to climb up your slope and up my own. And if the morning asks us why we stood a mile apart to die, I'll say I couldn't leave my line on the ridge across from mine. Do you still carry that whetstone of mine I lent you in the mowing days?
keep it, brother, let the debt stay kind. Some things ought to outlive our ways.
I kept the whetstone,
I kept the whetstone,
I kept the tune,
I kept the tune.
I kept the summer in my chest.
If my hand is forced, come light of noon, I pray my aim is not my best. The fence we built is standing yet, though the rails have gone to gray.
No army made it,
None can take it. Stone and chestnut, do not choose a side. Stone and chestnut, do not run away. The ridge across from mine wears the same last light as this one. The same dark comes to climb up your slope and up my own.
and when the morning asked us why,
We watched each other's fires and cried.
I'll say I left my heart
Behind on the ridge across from mine. On the ridge across from mine.
The candle's down to nothing, and the camp has gone to sleep. I've started this 100 times tonight. There's a ridge across the wheat we're meant to walk across at noon, a mile of open ground and morning light. So I'll fold you into thirds, love, press the wax down with my thumb, button you above my heart where you can feel it drum. And if this letter finds you by some mercy I can't see, it'll come up the walk some quiet day and arrive without me. I wrote about the weather, I wrote the fields back home. I couldn't write the thing I came to say, how the light goes up along the hill before the thunder comes, and a man counts out the seconds while he prays. So I'll fold you into thirds, love, seal the words I couldn't send, carry you against my chest across the open end. And if this letter finds you by some mercy I can't see, it'll come up the walk some quiet day and arrive without me. Tell the boy the fence needs mending where the low field meets the lane. Tell your mother that I ate and that I'm warm. There are words a man can put to paper, words he has to keep, and the truest ones stay buttoned, safe from harm. The stars are going pale now, there's a bugle in the dark, some other fire, some other sleepless man. I'll wear you through the morning like a hand over my heart, and hold the drum inside me while I can. And love, if I could only tell you,
the sting. Now the drum lies in the clover,
like a bird with a broken wing. I'm 12 years off the farm road, one fence rail from the war, and the ridge across the wheat field wears a crown I've never seen before. A mile of light, a mile of thunder, the hill turns white before it roars. Count one heartbeat, count another, heaven flashes, then it pours. Oh, the light comes first. Oh, the light comes first, and the sound comes after. Hungry for the earth. They stepped out of the tree line like a fence of walking gray, a mile wide and moving slow, like Sunday, like a wake. The wheat bowed down before them, though there wasn't any wind. And I gripped the rail and told my heart to count and count again. A mile of light, a mile of thunder, the hill turns white before it roars. Count one heartbeat, count another, heaven flashes, then it pours. Oh, the light comes first. Oh, the light comes first, and the sound comes after. Hungry for the earth. Glory, glory, hold the line, hold the line. Every flash, a soul at a time, one at a time. Smoke rolls over, swallows the sun. I can't tell the drum of my chest from the guns, from the guns. When the smoke walked off the wheat field, there was nothing left to see but a horse without a rider, trotting slow and circling me. Hats like fallen blackbirds where 1,000 men had passed, and the muskets stacked like kindling for a fire that couldn't last. A mile of light, a mile of thunder, the whole sky white before it roars. Count one heartbeat, count another, count the boys who count no more. Oh, the light comes first. Oh, the light comes first, and the sound comes after. Hungry for the earth. Oh, the sound comes after. Hungry for the earth. One heartbeat, two heartbeats, the thunder's coming home.
We dug our parlors in the hillside clay, ate what the mules left, begged the river stay. 47 mornings under falling light, we saw the flashes long before the sound arrived. They furled the color Rose Hill, the 4th day of July, and the guns went still. The whole world rang its bells for freedom's morn, and ours came up the bluff road, wearing black and torn. So draw the curtains, honey, keep the porch lamp cold. No fife, no candle, no red, white, and gold. Let the whole world whistle past our door. We don't keep that birthday here no more. No, we don't keep that birthday anymore. The ones who heard the thunder sleep beneath the stones, but their grandbabies and grandbabies keep the shutters closed. A wound can't outlive every hand that bled. Grief gets handed down like daily bread. 80 Julys and the curtains never stirred. A sorrow kept so long, it lost its words. So draw the curtains, honey, keep the porch lamp cold. No fife, no candle, no red, white, and gold. Let the river carry off what we can't say. The light still comes, the thunder stays. Lord, the light still comes, but the thunder stays. The wire came singing down the line before the roosters crowed, and ink was hung behind the glass, still wet from off the road. We gathered close in Sunday shawls on a Tuesday gray as lead. A town of living, standing still to read about the dead. Oh, let his name be absent, let the column pass him by. Let some other woman's sorrow be the one that makes me cry. I'd carry shame forever for the prayer I'm praying now. Let it be another's, darling. Lord, let mine come home somehow. The bell across the square struck 10 like it would any day. fresher sheets, and no one moved away. Some turned around with lighter steps, some couldn't turn at all. And I have watched a strong man's knees learn how the willows fall. Oh, let his name be absent, let the column pass him by, let some other woman's sorrow be the one that makes me cry. I'd carry shame forever for the prayer I'm praying now. Let it be another's, darling. Lord, let mine come home somehow. He wrote me from the springtime, said the wheat was coming on, said count the days, not battles, and he'd be home by dawn. Now the letters on the mantle, with a band as black as coal, and the wire keeps on tapping like a hunger with no soul. The glass is cold against my hand, the list is long and fine. I've read 300 names of men, and halfway down is
Oh, the morning came. Oh, the morning came. Oh, Lord, the morning came. I've been waiting on this sunrise since before I knew my name. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I woke up in the dark just to watch the daybreak land. Held the sunlight like a wage in the middle of my hand. They wrote it down one summer, 87 years ago. And this morning at the crossing, someone read it sweet and slow. Every word was talking straight to me. This is my first fourth of my one free life. One free life. I saw the light come over the water before the thunder ride. Ring the bell, beat the drum, beat the drum, beat the drum. Tell the river run wide, run wide. Glory, glory, hallelujah. I am standing in the light. The guns fell quiet on the bluff. The smoke rolled off the bend. Oh, they gave it up on the birthday, Lord. The birthday found a friend. Oh, I got no shoes worth shining, got no silver, got no land. Oh, but I got my name, my whole name, and I signed it with my hand. Every star, every stripe got to answer to me now. This is my first fourth of my one free lost on the rail where the summer burned. They set the graves in a curving row on the hill where the armies turned.
We came on foot from the county round, stood shoulder close in our morning black. Our breath rose white over broken ground that will not give one of them back. Consecrated ground, we cannot hollow what they made holy. Consecrated ground, the living bow and the bell toll slowly. Every name we cannot say is a seed beneath the clay, waiting on a warmer day. In consecrated ground.
Somewhere up front, past 1,000 hats, a voice too small for the hill to hold. 2 minutes worth, and it felt like that, like light before the thunder rolled.
7 a promise sworn, the debt come due on this hill of pain. A new birth of freedom shall be born, that these dead shall not have died in vain.
Of the people,
By the people,
by the people,
let it not perish, Lord.
let it never perish from the earth. Consecrated ground,
We cannot hollow what they made holy.
consecrated ground,
The living bow and the bell toll slowly. Every name we cannot say is a seed beneath the clay, waiting on a warmer day. In consecrated ground.
the last full measure, the last full measure of devotion.
Sleep now in the keeping of the hill. The lake goes dark, the first one climbs. A white bloom opens over the pines, and every mouth along the shore starts counting like it's counted before. One Mississippi, two Mississippi, the light is old before the sound arrives. We hold our breath in the space between, as if the soul of quiet still remembers lives. One Mississippi, two Mississippi, the same fire in a different sky. We count the seconds without knowing what we're counting, or for whom, or why. There's a promise old as powder smoke, read aloud beneath a ringing bell, and a letter buttoned over a heart that never made it home to tell. One Mississippi, two Mississippi, the light is old before the sound arrives. Wheat still bends where nobody's walking. Something in the silence stays alive. One Mississippi, two Mississippi, the same fire in a different sky. We count the seconds without knowing what we're counting, or for whom, or why. And a man once stood in the river shallows on a morning he was finally free. Every burst above this water is the echo reaching me. One Mississippi, two Mississippi, the boom comes late and low. Count the seconds, count the seconds, and let the silence